It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the London BlackKnights. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on second down, McCoy tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the BlackKnights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And he's got to be seeing ghosts here early on. He's thrown 2 passes. Both have been intercepted. 1 run back for a touchdown. Work to do as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 59 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
On 2nd and 9, McCoy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now McCoy. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's McCoy. Being chased out left. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now he steps away, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the 6, and able to get this out to the 25. So here come the Lions now. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun, McCoy finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And they will take over first and 10. London about set to take over on offense. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run the option left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2nd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Well, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Following the fumble recovery, McCoy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. (17-0) our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be a gain of 16, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 24, McCoy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Back to throw. McCoy caught on the slant. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McCoy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Right back to him on 1st down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. On 2nd and 9, McCoy. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. McCoy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. McCoy. And that is incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock. If they can get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. London about set to take over on offense. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds them to just 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Oh, and they get to the football. It's blocked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And it's a touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Black Knights are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he's got his man on the out route. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Caught here by Conley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. McCoy throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Hollywood Marquise Brown, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught at the end. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the BlackKnights have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7th. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence?
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. To The throw on third down. McCoy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He finds his man complete. That's Oliver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Now McCoy. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on second down. McCoy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The offense on third down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down. McCoy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. McCoy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. On third down, McCoy. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. London about set to take over on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st and 10, McCoy going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. McCoy looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. McCoy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here,
They run their record to 13-3 now on the year.